Hello and welcome along to another Where's My KitBag podcast featuring your three lovely media technicians of the Sixth Form College Farnborough. It's me, James.
It's me, Steve.
It's me, Carolina.
How are we all this week, team?
Good. Very good.
Nice. 10 out of 10.
How are you?
I'm all right.
I'm alright.
Yeah.
I'm hanging in. Yeah.
Hanging in
Hanging there, yeah.
Are you a little cat, like hanging on a poster? Hang in there. Yeah, I mean, this studio is being used more than most at the moment because it's got obviously all the CTech diploma students doing their radio shows, so that's going quite well. I've got one more show in my group to do tomorrow to watch over with my beady eyes, as it were. And the whiteboard in here is thoroughly graffitied with "Goodnight, Sweet Possums."
Oh wow!
Which I can't remember if that's their artist or their song title for something, but they could just never remember it. So, "Goodnight, Sweet Possums." That's what I might call this podcast.
Yeah.
Good night, sweet possums. Unless you say the thing you said earlier, but I can't remember what you said, and I'm hoping you might remember randomly. Because you said something that I was just like, oh, that'd be a good pod title.
Oh, something about the Avril Lavigne
Yes,
thing.
yeah. We'll get to Avril Lavigne later. Steve, do you fancy doing some good old department news?
Hey, you, I don't like your podcast. That was what the title was.
Yes,
God.
I feel
Yeah, sorry.
I feel so hurt.
Sorry, I had to say that so I didn't forget it.
I still feel hurt.
Before I go on to news, here's a
Yes.
question for you both.
Oh, go on.
When do we put the Christmas tree up?
There's a Christmas tree.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We get a fun morning as technicians, not you, James, because you're usually in a lesson. Well, we have a full-on Christmas tree.
Ooh.
And the great thing is all the broken kit we put on as decorations.
Wow.
But my thing is why
Yes.
can't we do it on Monday, even though it's November, because the term doesn't end. It ends like a week early. So surely it needs to be up for a month or a few weeks.
Yeah, a month, yeah.
Yeah? So should we do it on Monday? So by the time, yeah.
ASAP.
So then it's up for 4 weeks.
Yes. That is.
You do.
I
How
like
it
that.
works,
Good.
yes.
That's good energy. I'm vibing with that. Sweet. Monday's job done. Fantastic.
Oh, yeah,
Cool.
I'll be teaching all day, so I can just look at you from afar. Mate.
That's fine. No worries at all.
Christmas.
All right. So that's an announcement.
So does that
Crimbo
mean I've
is
got to
coming.
go? So does that mean I've got to go and find all my Christmas stingers?
Yeah.
I do have them somewhere.
Dashing through Audacity on a one wavelength open beat. No?
Oh,
There you go.
Yeah.
Got to use that lingo.
I mean, how am I going to remember to type that in?
Yeah, well, there you go.
Oh, crikey.
Anyway,
Yes.
so yeah, I was just thinking about that because I have literally just sent, as of mere moments ago of recording this podcast, of a Christmas work experience filming opportunity, which is somewhat department news, but we've had quite an influx of schools asking us to film their Christmas shows. Voice crack. However, why have they asked us to do that? It's because due to COVID restrictions, parents aren't going on to infant school and primary school sites to witness said Christmas shows. So they're performing them during the school day, which is usually from about 9 to about midday in the morning is when they perform the shows. And they've asked us lovely people to go and film them. So then when they can be sent to said parents and they can enjoy their children in their festive shows, etc., etc. How exciting. So we are looking for 2 students per show. I believe there's maybe 13 or 14 shows to pick from. And if, for example, if you look at your timetable, you ain't got any lessons, or you've maybe got a lesson that you could speak to your teacher and catch up on at a later date, do come and chat to us, fill out the Google form, and maybe we can make things happen. It's a good way if you want to get into filming gigs or you want to get into some sort of live performance filming. It's a good little bit of work experience to get under your belt. And if you're worried about anything else in terms of, maybe I've not done anything like that before, well, that's where we can potentially host a little workshop to make sure that you guys are all happy and up to speed with how to film something like that, which would be very good. So that's that. If you're interested, check your emails. It'll be on the newsletter as of Monday. But yeah, cool, exciting opportunities, literally going through the roof in terms of opportunity this year for students to get extracurricular stuff, which is quite cool. Though quite manic for the amount of clients that are currently attached to the department. But a positive nonetheless. So there are other things available on the newsletter. Do you want to get into the games industry? There's a few different live streams, seminar, master classes, whatever you want to call them, available. So if you are interested in signing up for that, you are more than welcome to do so. I've just realized I've not put a link to that article on the newsletter. So you can read about it, but evidently there's nothing to do with it on the newsletter that you can sign up to. However, if you are interested, to come and chat to us and I can forward you the link. All right. The YouTube feature is D4 Darius. The reason we kind of keep him in the back burner until the film coursework is because he's fantastic at script writing and ways to kind of bring up your film in the pre-production process in terms of screenplays, script writing, good ways to develop ideas, different ways to kind of get through writer's block, etc., which is pretty perfect for the film brief, which is why we kind of hang on to him. Either that, or we pretty much put him on the first couple of newsletters because he is absolutely wicked. I will admit I may have accidentally taken a podcast segment from a very old newsletter and didn't pre-read it, which is why it is, while an ex-technician is not actually on there, my apologies.
It's like mentioning Will Devereaux.
Yeah, to be fair.
It's
so
bad.
To give you context,
come on, Steve.
There's a few newsletters on there, and because I've been like moving stuff around, the last newsletter that actually was saved that has the default layout was that one. I saw a podcast. I was like, sweet, don't need to read that. That's just a business. I should have read it. I didn't proofread that.
You should just copy it off SoundCloud because it's already written for you.
Yeah, I should have, but I didn't, and I was lazy. And laziness has consequences. So my apologies to everyone in the room because it's not good enough. Anyway. Industry links, I don't like to talk about them because I want you to go on to the newsletter and check them out, but there are some cool stuff on there. I was about to start talking about them, but we won't go into that. And then one of our students, Tom Bill, is putting together a short film in January and is looking for some cast and crew. I will pre-warn you, there has been a lot of interest already.
Yes. He's been very savage with his choices.
But that's good. And it's good that he's got so much interest in the film.
Absolutely.
Typically, if a short film gets so much interest, it's because it's got legs, So, props to that. Well done, Tom, for being so organised in pre-production with production, beginning in January. But I don't think anything's absolutely set in stone at the moment. So if you are interested in getting involved, even if there is a role that may or may not already be filled, definitely inquire because you never know how you could get involved. And the more things you can get involved with, the better they are. I'll be honest. And the best things I am most proud of is a short film that I was the first AC on. A mate was just like, I need a camera assistant, you want to come along? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? 4 days later in this little hamlet town in Portsmouth, and I'm part of this really cool film that looks absolutely beautiful. So,
nice.
Getting involved in stuff that's a bit extracurricular is always a win. So definitely do that. And then the newsletter feature, which can be, if you click on the top or the bottom of the newsletter, is Spencer. Carolina, what is Spencer?
Oh my god. Well, I have to admit, I did not go and see Spencer.
I've not seen it. That's fine. I don't always see the films I put on the newsletter. I very much go on the hype.
I know, but I really want to see it because it intrigues me. I do not understand what's going on.
Princess Diana.
Yeah, but it's kind of unconventional.
Almost like a fictional take on what wasn't inspired by true story.
Yeah.
Interesting. That sounds cool. And it's Doesn't Know How to Smile. Kristen Stewart is the lead.
Oh my god, yeah, that's
interesting. Very interesting.
I've seen Kristen Stewart smile once.
Fake news.
Whoa.
Nuh-uh.
In that Charlie's Angels film, I swear she smiled at least once.
Wow.
In like a trailer, you can see her go. like kind of like a really nervous, like I forgot how my cheeks work.
Potentially passing gas.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Thanks for that, Steve.
Sorry. Anyway,
nice.
So
in other news,
in other newsletter. That's pretty much the newsletter. It's it's chugging along, and there is more to come next week. I believe that's all the department news.
That's pretty much
Crimbo's coming. Opportunities are on the horizon.
I mean, I can give you some Christmas backing music because I found it. I don't know, it's why it's guitar themed. Feel free to put on headphones. Da, 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 da. It's really weirdly aggressive.
That's fantastic.
But otherwise, I have others like.
Santa's coming to town.
Oh my god, that's so good. I want someone to
What?
Yeah, no, I was going to say I want someone to scream that down the corridor
Really?
in the department, but I definitely do not because then students will do it.
Who in the department would you want, staff-wise, to shout the line "Santa's coming"?
Ross?
From
I think
Ross would
that'd be great.
Ross would be great. He would nail that.
Though there is actually, on a slight side note, one other bit of department news. So we have noticed that a lot of non-media and film students are coming up to the department to try and use the space, which conventionally is not too much of an issue. However, we've only got 2 spaces available at the moment to work on coursework. So it does mean that those 40-ish computers that are very specialist machines are being used by necessarily the wrong people. So it's more of a announcement. If you would like to bring a single friend with you, that's fine. We don't mind that. You know, if you want to work quietly with a friend and they don't do media and film, as long as there's one of you that does media and film, usually we'll let it slide. It's when you bring 6 or 7 mates up to kind of chill with you, and it kind of takes up most of the room.
As you said, me and the boys.
And bringing the boys up while you do
Bringing the
media and
boys.
film is a no-go, all right? So please make sure that if you are a media and film student, if you are going to be inviting people up to the department, please make sure it's a maximum of a +1. Not even a +2, because then that does spiral out of control. Because I have to be that person. When a bunch of people who aren't doing media and film stuff start polluting the IT suite and edit suite.
Polluting?
Well, a lot of the time they don't do actually. They just sit there.
Yes, they
don't
do.
actually use the machines.
You're right.
They just kind of linger.
Sit in the way.
And it stops media and film students going and using that very specialist space. So hate to be that guy, but don't be those guys.
No.
You know what I mean?
Public service announcement.
Yeah.
Completed it, mate.
Don't like being that person. Don't like being like, get out.
Oh, I hate it.
Very
It's
much
terrible.
want to welcome with open arms. So if you're going to bring someone up, just the one at absolute maximum. All right?
Spread that. Spread the word.
Yeah.
One or go.
And if you keep being that person to bring your boys, as I quite keep joking,
Me and the
up to the
boys.
department, yeah, we'll have to have a conversation about that, because it's stopping other people from working.
Yeah, and that's bad.
Because a maths student is not going to benefit from working in the media and film department. In
No.
the same way, a media and film student is not going to be able to go over to maths and edit together a film.
Yeah, because they don't have any spare computers that can edit anything
Yes.
other than maths.
However, there is the F6 production team are putting together a little video of what areas are available for you to go and study in.
Oh,
during study
nice.
period. So
Excellent.
that was a great segue, wasn't it?
Excellent. That's some good moves.
Yeah.
That's smooth.
So yeah,
Steve.
if you are curious and you are listening to the pod and you're not a media and film student, firstly, hello. What rabbit hole did you get to get down here? Welcome.
G'day, mate. I don't know why we're Australian now,
No,
because I'm
neither
down
do
the
I.
other end of the earth.
But yeah, so yeah, cool.
Nice.
Nice vibes.
Sweet.
That's it for me,
Sweet.
I think.
Carolina, would you like to introduce your new feature with my hastily made stinger
you
that
have
goes
a
along with it?
jingle?
Yeah. I literally whipped one up in about, I don't know.
Oh, can I hear it?
Yeah. If you got a pair of headphones that are plugged in, go
They're
for it.
not.
There's a spare pair there. Oh, we go.
Oh my
Now
God.
here is a live sound of headphones being plugged in, everyone.
I will
Oh my
pad.
God.
Nice. Go on, pad Steve. Pad for
So
me.
we have tinsel for Monday, but I think we only got red and blue. We do have a TechNet Eye star that goes on top of the tree. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty
Amazing.
cool.
What else? We
Now
won't
it's
really
weird
play.
because we can hear ourselves.
We
Yeah,
won't
go
really
on.
play Mariah Carey or anything like that. No Christmas music, just the little
Oh,
lights.
no.
And it goes next. To
I've
the
got a
printer.
list of approved Christmas songs. It's very short. There's not many that I approve exist. But hey, what would you like to hear your new introductory jingle that is subject to change whenever you want?
Oh, well, go on then.
Oh, nice. I was about to
Ooh.
criticise that, but that actually went quite well.
What the
Yeah.
nice lose at the
No,
end?
the bit before I was like, "What is this?" Oh, it's just like a train
It's-
station ambience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is literally called Art Gallery Walla.
I like the ooh at the end. Really
Yeah,
fixes
I
it.
thought the ooh was my favourite part.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah,
Cool.
if you don't like it, we can change it.
It's okay. I mean,
Only okay. Oh,
I
God.
can't really think of anything else that would fit.
Nice.
So,
It'll
yeah.
stay until you're sick of it.
Cool. So, as I said last week, I'm going to be talking about a video artist or like just an artwork or anything related to kind of moving image within the context of fine art. So, this week's video artist is Hito Steyerl. She is a German artist. I have pictures for you guys, by the
Okay,
way.
cool.
So I will talk about it and then I'll show you pictures so you
Nice.
can be in on it.
Okay.
So
And
Hito
they can
Steyerl,
Google it later.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Well, we'll put a link
She's-
in the description.
Yeah. So she is a German artist and her work kind of revolves around technology overload, kind of like mass surveillance and like globalization, generally like image
Ooh.
culture, that kind of thing. So one of her works that I really like is called Factory of the Sun. And it was made for the German pavilion at the Venice Biennale in 2015, which is an amazing art exhibition.
Mhm.
And it tells kind of like a surreal story about like people in a motion capture studio, and their moves are being turned into artificial sunlight, which is crazy. And what's interesting is the viewers kind of sit in these beach chairs, and the room around you is kind of like a grid in an animation software. So it makes me think that both the people are both the ones being benefiting from the sunlight, but also being used to get that sunlight, I guess. So let me show you some pictures.
Oh wow,
It looks like
Ooh.
that.
that looks amazing.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna try my best to
Like
describe these. So imagine like you're inside a 3D environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loads of squares everywhere. It kind of feels like a really like retro video game where you're kind of like going down like a really long hallway,
Yeah.
and then inside of it is various those people sound like chairs and things,
The beach chairs, yeah.
beach chairs,
Yeah.
and then they're watching something on the screen.
Watching
Ooh.
the film, yeah. So
That's pretty
It's
cool. That's a
crazy.
really cool environment, that is.
yeah, by changing the
Yeah.
room, like you become like inside the film, which is crazy. It's very experimental. So it cuts to some other footage as well, like news reports and YouTube clips and whatever. So you kind of don't know if that's part of like our world or her world that she created, which I suppose her world is also our world. So it's,
Wow.
It's cool stuff. And then another artwork of hers that I really like is called How Not to Be Seen, and it kind of revolves around the question of, in the world where there's so many screens and images and whatever, can we disappear? So she does
Ooh.
essentially 5 lessons on invisibility. Lesson 1, how to make something invisible for a camera. Lesson 2, how to be invisible in plain sight. Lesson 3, how to become invisible by becoming a picture. Lesson 4, how to become invisible by disappearing. Lesson 5, how to become invisible by merging into a world of images. It's very interesting.
That is quite cool.
She
It's
does-
a good,
yeah.
it's a interesting hypothetical concept.
Yeah, so she does things like paint her face with green paint and then like blends into the background, like green screen on her face. She talks about image
Ooh.
resolution and about becoming smaller than a pixel because then you disappear. So I'll show you again like some screenshots really of this mad woman.
Whoa.
Yeah, so like here the people are like pixels and they do like this performance. Whatever, you know.
For context, there are people with boxes on their heads.
Yes.
Nice.
So I mean, yeah, there's loads of other things, but that's the
Because
idea.
you're painting your face in green and then looking at it through a monitor, and then you kind of got chroma
Quite
key yourself
concerning.
out.
Yeah.
That's like, oh, my cheek doesn't exist. Pop.
Yeah.
Off it goes. It's an interesting concept, that.
Yeah.
Because I do feel people are far too addicted to their screens.
Yeah.
And my
Phones.
thought process was how to be invisible in this world. Like even if you just walk from here, I don't know, to BP garage, you're going to be picked up on some cameras,
Oh,
Oh,
100%.
yeah.
which is kind of mad.
That's it.
Someone has seen you somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you go down a let's say a country walkway, if a car goes past you, it likely has a dash cam.
Yeah, that's weird.
Mad.
Like, how many dash cams do you think you're on? Well, when you're driving around, other people's like rear-facing dash cams. Because whenever I see her, I feel like I should be like, hello.
But even still, even like reversing cameras or cameras that aren't necessarily your phones. There's cameras in your phones.
Or like
which-
people's CCTV cameras on their houses. as you walk
Exactly.
by.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's
Or like
mental.
those Ring
Bing,
doorbells.
bing, bong. Yes.
Yeah.
They're quite cool.
That's a really interesting cut idea, though.
Yeah. It's very cool stuff. So I think if people are interested in getting into that kind of thing, like video art, experimental work, she's an absolute queen of video art. So I recommend her.
Nice.
Like that.
Awesome.
What was her name again?
Hito Steyerl.
Excellent
We'll put the
pronunciation.
name.
Wicked.
I had to like find someone
Practice
on
it.
Google
Hito
like saying her
Steyerl.
word, saying her
Pronunciation.
name. Yeah,
Yeah.
but whatever.
So yeah, we'll put a link to her work in the description so you can check it out, and we'll chuck her name in there as well, so you can
Yes.
look up and track it down.
Speaking
Nice.
of queens of their field. should we move on?
Yes. I like where you went here. This
Yeah,
was
do you like
good.
that segue?
That was good.
That was good.
That was good. That's better than I could do.
Yeah.
I was going to play the jingle and shut up.
Okay.
God.
Yes, queen. So yeah, there you go. That's as sassy as I'll get.
So who's the queen of this genre?
Well, I don't. Ooh, I mean, who? Well, for one of them, I prefer one over the other as an artist, but one of them has far more sentimental value.
Okay. Start with the sentimental one.
Avril Lavigne. So Avril Lavigne, obviously famous for pop punk era, SK8 era boy, and others. No, I've just totally gone out of my head now because now I'm trying to think they're not there, which is very disconcerting. Yeah, so Avril Lavigne is back for the first time in quite a while, and she's made a pop punk anthem called "Bite Me."
It's crazy. You showed me the video, and
Yeah.
it looks like it was out of 2004.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. It's filmed like pop punk songs of the early 2000s. She looks like she's not aged a day. I swear she's been on in a cryo chamber for like nearly 20 years. It's just come out fresh as a daisy. But realistically, if you want to listen to something that kind of harks back to that nostalgic pop punk sound, like, you know, the kind of the more poppy side of Blink-182, Avril Lavigne, obviously, Paramore, that kind of ilk, this song is right up your alley.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good. I mean, the video's a bit much, maybe, but the song's good. High quality audio. Could have probably done better with the video for me. What did you think when I played it to you earlier, Steve?
Well, it was a bit of a nostalgia trip, I thought. I feel like if somebody's been listening to Skater Boy for the last 20 years because they love Avril Lavigne, they'll be like, oh, it's a bit of me, like this.
I mean, my friend Rob does love Avril Lavigne.
There you go.
So I bet he is hyped.
Yeah.
There's more Avril in the world. She was married to Chad Kroeger once.
Okay.
From Nickelback. There you go. There's a fun fact.
So is Photograph based on Avril Lavigne?
I don't know, possibly.
That's
my God.
mad.
I mean, every time I do it makes me laugh.
Wow. Nice. There you go. I like that. That's very good.
But yeah, so that's one of the tracks. The other one, who is more of a modern excellent, is one of my favourite artists called Foxes. She's great. She's amazing. She had 2 albums come out in the kind of back end of the 2010s, kind of mid 2010s time. And she's finally, after I think about like 4 years ish, maybe 5 now, she's finally got a new album on the way next year. Hype train, whoop whoop. And this one is called Sky Love, and it's just great. It's proper, dare I say, like proper pop.
Ooh.
Like, it's very...
What's proper pop?
Proper pop. So something that's like got a really good hook, really good chorus, really good just beat. It's not like kind of like trying to rap its way through everything.
It's not
like,
having hybrids of other genres.
No, it's not trying to like shoehorn in some like, you know, random beats for no apparent reason. It's just what pop music should be. It's great. It's amazing. I love it. Foxes is great. I will never say a bad word about that woman. She is great. So yeah, Foxes, Sky Love, and if you want to blast from the past, well, for us, blast from the past, Avril Lavigne, Bite Me. Please don't. That'd be weird. Nice silence. I should have a tumbleweed.
Yeah, that'd be great. That was pretty good. That was not a sound effect, just for those listening.
Yeah, that's me. Anyways, enough of Avril Lavigne and Foxes, because you can find them on our Spotify playlist. Where's my KitBag Spotify playlist? Oddly enough, on Spotify. Who'd have thought?
Wow, that was a tongue twister.
I know. That's a lot of words.
Yeah.
That's a lot of words. I'll also put the links to the videos in the description down below, so feel free to go and check those videos out. Otherwise, let's do a wee bit of what we've been watching, but I think it's going to be quite repetitive.
Unfortunately.
Has anyone watched anything other than what they watched last week?
Yes.
Oh, John Stark.
But,
Carolina, start us off. Oh.
Because last week I said I was going to watch Spencer, and then I didn't. It wasn't my choice. But I watched Dune.
Oh.
How was that?
So,
I've heard great things.
No spoilers, though, because neither of us have seen it, Win Lane.
Nah, it's okay.
I need to watch it.
I mean, what to say? It's as good as everyone says. Like, at this point, everyone knows it's really good. So it is. Like, visually, it's like, oh my god, what is this? You know? So, really good. There's gonna be more, because I think that's like a third of the first book, and there's like 3 books.
Wow.
So
Oh, wow.
that's what someone told me that has actually read the book, which apparently is really complicated to read.
Damn.
So yeah, I mean, Zendaya doesn't even like appear. Like, she appears for like 5 minutes. You know how she did the whole publicity?
Yeah.
she is the face of Dune, and she appears for like 5 minutes. So that's crazy.
Who would you say is the real face of Dune?
Oh, is that Skinny Boy? What's his name?
Skinny Boy. Nice. That's his name now. He is Skinny Boy.
He is pretty skinny.
You talk, I'll find.
I don't know.
Keep going.
Are you happy there's going to be more films?
Oh,
it's a great story.
Timothy
Okay.
Chalamet.
That's the one.
Chalamet.
Because I know, like, some people...
Chalamet.
Hobbit.
That's his surname.
Yeah.
I know in some instances, Hobbit didn't need that many films from a book, but
Yeah.
are you happy that there's going to be more coming?
Like,
you
I
say?
haven't read it. I think it's a really detailed story / universe. So, like, I don't know. I feel like they're going to have a lot to cover. And the story is absolutely great for science fiction kind of stuff. It's really cool. So, yeah,
Sweet.
bring them, you know. More Zendaya for 5 minutes and Skinny Boy. I like it. So
That sounds like a
Sweet.
really like crap rap duo. Zendaya and Skinny Boy with their brand new beats, etc.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Anyway,
I like
Steve, I'm assuming you've seen some more Schitt's Creek.
I have, yeah. We're on season 3 now. I had a busy weekend, so I didn't have any opportunities to go and see anything. And then evenings, just a bit of YouTube here and there, which is not really worth chatting about. It's just that same kind of trash content that you kind of just digest each week.
Dash cams.
Is one of the videos actually on a Sunday night.
Nice. That's when it comes out.
But no, the only thing actually worth talking about, I think, is Schitt's Creek. It's starting to get to that point now, which I was very much hinted at, where you start to see that kind of character arc based on where they're staying start to really take their toll on them in a positive way. And I'm very curious to see how the next few seasons materialise. And yeah, it's one of those ones I don't really want it to end. I feel like it's one of those shows where you will enjoy it if you start watching it. Do give it a few episodes to learn the characters, and you will have an amazing time because when it ends, I feel like it'll be one of those. Do you think have one of those shows when it ends, you have a little like void sitting there like, oh, I don't have anything to fill that time. I feel like this is just going to be one of those shows, so we're very much pacing ourselves. But it's good. I'm really, really enjoying it. One of the stronger ones I've seen. I don't know if it beats Modern Family yet, 'cause Modern Family was amazing. I love Modern Family. But it's definitely up there. It's higher than Superstore, but not quite Modern Family.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and I don't think it's one of those ones. It's beautiful, and I love the humour in it. But I just think it won't reach that kind of cult status as stuff like Friends will ever get to, unfortunately. Mainly because, if I'm honest, I think the name is a funny little joke, but it becomes quite old after like the first season, if you know what I mean. I think if it had a different name, so a lot of people go, oh, that's very inappropriate, I'm not going to check that out. When it's nothing really like that. That's just one tiny joke throughout a lot of the rest of the narrative. I think it got brought up in a recent episode. That was about it. We're in season 3 now. Just, the town itself is somewhat irrelevant to the characters now. So, yeah. It's like Superstore being called Cloud 9. It's like if the series was called Cloud 9, you'd be like, okay,
lame.
Or if the store had some form of joke about Walmart, it would be used once and then it wouldn't really kind of carry much weight. I think.
You get that, wouldn't you?
But yeah, it's good. That's all I've unfortunately been watching. I'd love to get to the cinema, but it's one of those ones. So busy. busy.
Just so busy, Steve.
But I will get there as and when.
Nice. I'm still chugging through Young Sheldon, still in season 1.
Nice.
Still loving it. Really am. It's a totally different. It's a totally different realm to Big Bang Theory. If anyone's obviously seen that, I know you have.
Yep.
Have you? Nice.
Yeah, everyone has really.
Everyone's seen.
Did
BB2.
you like it? I've heard there's some people that we've had in this pod room that have had mixed opinions of Big Bang Theory. Did you
I
like?
don't know. I
Oh,
have mixed
okay.
feelings. I guess I liked it when I was a bit younger, maybe.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I don't know. Then I watched it without the laugh track, and it killed it.
Really?
Yeah.
But
I
there
think-
is a live audience though, because I've been in the when we used to do the LA trip a long time ago. I went there and there is audience space, so there is a live audience laughing.
But at the same
But
time,
I don't know if it's like laugh.
my
kind of
argument with
signals.
that as well is if people laugh, the cast will wait for them to finish. So if you take that laugh track out of the way,
Yeah.
of course it's going to be weird and clunky.
Yeah.
But like,
Which Young Sheldon has no laugh track at all. It's not the same kind of show because it's just purely like following Sheldon when he was younger, which is quite funny. in all honesty. But like I said last week, Missy, I think, is my favourite character and is very underrated.
Yeah.
Because she is hilarious.
I feel like shows with a laugh track are essentially filmed pieces of theatre
Yeah.
where the audience's reaction is very much driving some of the scene. So much so that they will wait. Like I remember Mr. Bean, there was a lot of times back in the day where he would wait and he would the laugh track would kind of help
Interfere.
Interfere is a perfect word. When if that wasn't there, the narrative would keep going. Do you know what I mean? So like it's very much a convention of comedy of its time, which yes, it's dated, but if you were to remove it, it's almost like removing an element of the comedy itself. Would you argue? So yeah, it's interesting.
It is an interesting one.
Have you watched Friends without a laugh track?
No.
Oh, it's dead.
Don't do it because they pause.
Funny.
Friends is funny,
Yeah.
but they pause on because of laugh tracks as well.
Yeah.
But they did film in front of a live audience,
That's it.
Yeah.
so same kind of logic. They can't continue unless they wait. It's the same like stand-up comedy. They'll wait and enjoy the laugh, soak it in, and keep going.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, then you've got to talk over everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
And that
Imagine
never
stand-up
works.
comedy where no one laughed.
Or just one person about
God.
like, ha!
It'd be crippling, wouldn't
Just out
it?
of nowhere. Or just one like,
Oh, just hear it.
just a gentle like wisp.
Nice. Yeah.
Toit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Interesting. It's I don't know what else to watch. I'm also in your kind of boat, Steve, where time is a relative construct to me now, and there is just not enough of it.
Wow. I mean, I'm not in too deep there.
Whoa,
Oh
deep
my
man,
God.
deep bro.
I'm just moving house soon.
This is the
So-
psychology section where we go real deep.
Oh God.
My evenings are taken up with paperwork and planning and packing and stuff, so I'm a bit busy. And so sitting down for a 20-minute cheeky episode of a sitcom, yes.
Yes. Same
But-
with Young Sheldon. 20 minutes, I'm like, yes, please.
Yeah.
Although, tell you what, I did see advertised on Netflix the other day. New season of Tiger King.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Which I don't think I need. I
You
don't.
do.
I don't think
I'll
I
watch
need
it, though.
But you do.
I do.
Yes.
I watched season 1 and went, that's it.
You're
That's
gonna
all I
click on the
need.
first episode,
Yeah,
then
but-
you're gonna be hooked.
Oh,
During
no.
lockdown,
I know I don't need to do it.
You weren't all that on board with Tiger King when it came out.
No,
You
because
didn't
I'm
really
kind of
jump on the
against. I'm kind of against the whole him as an entity.
I think that's the
and
point of the
what him-
documentary.
Yeah. No, but I was kind of against him before.
Him and
now
Carol
I'm even
Baskin
worse.
are not good people,
No.
Carol Baskin.
and that's kind of the point to
Yeah.
kind of shed
Yeah.
light.
And it was
on
just like
Everyone in that like everyone.
you make a
involved
good point.
Is horrible.
They
it's
are
just-
not good people.
It's just bad,
yeah.
bad feels.
To be fair, if something else came out, my thing is, what would you put in a second season because he's still in prison?
Yeah,
I know it was obviously that he was trying to get a presidential pardon, and there was a car outside waiting for him, thinking he'd get it, but he didn't. Lol.
that's the exact right reaction to him. Lol.
But I don't know.
Oh, that would be terrible in a comedy gig though. Segueing back to that, if someone just went ha, lol, didn't actually laugh, but just went lol, that would be horrible.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm trying to think what else I've seen that I actually want to watch.
I do. I need to hit up the cinema. I want to see The French Dispatch. I want to see Dune.
Oh,
I wanna-
tell you what, I started watching for a bit. Come back. Do you remember? I think last year I was watching a TV show called Another Life on Netflix.
Don't know.
Or maybe it was a year and a bit ago. I started watching this show. I started watching season 2 because I saw it was like, oh, there's that thing I watched about aliens and space, and I like those things. So
I do remember this.
Yeah, so I started watching it for season 2, and I'm just like, season 2 is pants.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really
Shame.
not as good as 1. I was just like, oh, you're trying to force narratives in now, and that's like lame. It just like in I think it was episode 1, they killed off like 3 characters.
Oh, wow.
I was just like, but why? Why are you killing all these people off that I quite like? Oh, they're all dead now. But it was like all in one episode. It was just dead. 10 minutes later, dead. Another 10 minutes later, dead.
Oh, wow.
I was just like, what are you doing to these poor souls? And now we're just left with the kind of more drab people. I'm like, oh, not as exciting.
Not invested anymore.
Yeah, I've put it on the when I'm finished with Young Sheldon, I might bother going back and watch an episode or 2 just to finish it off because I feel I have to now. But yeah, it's not a case of I want to watch it. I just I need to finish it.
Yeah.
I hate leaving things unwatched like that.
There you go.
But yeah, that was the other thing. Another Life season 1, okay. Season 2, eh. I'm hoping there's some like big crescendo at the end, but I very much doubt it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Hopefully we'll have something more on the agenda for episode 100.
Yes.
And
Well,
our guest.
this episode is episode 98.
I thought it was 99.
No, it's 98. I made a note. Look. Oh wait.
'Cause you
Oh,
said
wait.
What? We've been
Wait.
through this.
Wait,
you
did
said
I-
it was
oh.
97 last week plus 0 makes it 98 last week, so 99 is this week. So next week is episode 100 if you count the 0.
Oh my god, here we go again.
Oh, here we go.
I'm
again.
very
We
sorry.
did this last time.
I don't want to miss out on episode 100.
It's when the guest's here, which I don't know. Who it is.
Yeah.
Sam. Oh yeah, talk about our guests, Steve, if you want.
I didn't want to spoil it.
Ah. Well, we have a guest
Oh,
next week.
well,
We have a guest next week. That's all we're telling you.
We might have just said their name earlier.
You
so
did.
rewind.
You know, you just said their name. That's why I gasped.
I'm really bad. I'm sorry.
But there are many people in the world with that name, so it may not be too much of a giveaway.
So, no. So, oh god, yeah, we did have this whole discussion, didn't we?
yes.
Last
So,
week
yeah.
was episode 97 before
So-
adding the 0 of the pilot, which actually made episode 98. So this week is episode 98
And
plus
I-
0
Yep.
makes 99. So
Yeah.
next week will be episode 99, including the pilot. Add the pilot episode is episode 100.
But do we count the pilot?
Yes.
That's the
Yeah.
question.
Always count the pilot.
Always count
If
the
if
pilot.
it got the green light, the pilot counted.
True. In which
Correct.
case, episode 99
Is now.
is now.
Okay, good. We're on the same
Nice.
page.
I'm glad we got there.
So,
like,
you know what I'm
Jesus.
gonna. So actually, yeah, we have a guest on episode 100.
Yes.
That's incredible. I didn't even plan that. It's just because our guest wasn't available this week, so they're coming in next week.
Savage.
So yeah, so we look forward to having us joined by a guest next week, which will be quite fun. Otherwise, thank you very much for listening to the Where's My KitBag podcast. Find us on all the social media that Carolina is well on top of. What are our socials, Carolina?
F6 media film.
Oh, that reminds
Nice.
me. There was this bit of news
Yes.
I forgot about. Did you hear about that? That actress who got stabbed. That Reese actress in America.
What?
Reese.
Oh, the one. Yeah, that's. I know. I know.
No, I was trying to get you there with a joke. You were going to say with a spoon. I would have said no with a knife. I was thinking of my favourite episodes of when I absolutely botched that joke back in the
Steve,
day,
do-
and
do-
now I'm
do
2
you wanna-
for 2.
Steve, do you want to do it live, and I'll be your dummy stooge?
Yeah,
for
yeah,
you?
yeah. Okay. Hey, Bale, did you hear about that actress in the US that got stabbed? That Reese one.
Oh, what you mean, Reese Witherspoon?
No, it was actually with a knife.
Oh my god.
Yay! We did it. We need to show you the episode when I tried to deliver it with the most confidence, and
Right.
it just flatlined.
Oh,
and I
God.
think there's actually video footage of it, which is it's
Amazing.
painful.
Because I was trying to think of because Reese Witherspoon popped in my head first, but I was just like, she's not died.
Yeah, I know.
What other Reeses are there?
I don't think
my
I delivered
God.
it quite well. And I thought, what is one of my favourite episodes because it was very memorable, and that was it. And I was like, oh, maybe I should try it now while no one's expecting it. And it didn't
Oh my
materialise. Didn't materialise.
Swing
well
and
done
a miss.
for not falling for my joke.
Oh my god.
I will get someone with it on a pod one day.
Next
Try the guest
week?
next week.
I will try the get.
Yes.
That's what you can all tune in for. I
Yeah.
will try it right off the bat on Department News. Yes. Let's do that.
Oh, incredible.
That's so exciting.
Oh, our
Though,
guest is
if
not
guest,
going to
if you listen to this now in anticipation, you need to be honest with us when you start the next week going, I did listen to last week, or you'll do me dirty like that, and that'll be 3 times I've messed it up. What a way to end.
Oh, crikey. But yeah, no Reese Witherspoons have been hurt in the making of this podcast.
No.
Otherwise, yeah, thank you very much for listening. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, any other good podcasting out, SoundCloud, and YouTube as well. Otherwise, I've been James.
I've been Steve.
I've been Carolina.
And we will see you next week for episode 100. Goodbye.
Ciao.
Bye.